we're going to die one day.
It's the only thing in this world that's inevitable.
Once you are misunderstood, you have arrived.
People are so married to the ideas that they just don't even want to hear from the other side.
Nah. I can't go like that, bro. I'm not stopping, bro.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to talk, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. We can't be afraid of the opinions of others.
Let me tell you guys something. Your opinion doesn't matter. I was like, I just want to be on my deathbed and be like, I have no regret. I'm here to tell people to follow your dreams.
Welcome to the Elevated Limits podcast show.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It feels like it's been a while since we dropped, but we're back and we're better. I'm your host, Roberto. This is my co-host, Juwan.
What's up?
Dab me up, dab me up, dab me up, dab me up. And today we have
the board anymore.
Oh yeah, no, just use it.
Oh,
you don't even know what you're touching, bro. Where's the speaker? Hold on. Yeah, sure. So today we have a really dope topic. It's called the realities of pursuing your dreams and what you need to know. I'm really excited about this topic because we live in a generation now where everyone's constantly talking about entrepreneurship and chasing your dreams and chasing your goals, but no one's talking about what it actually comes with and what you need to know. So this topic, this discussion that me and Juwan are going to have is going to cover all that stuff. But before we jump into that, man, we just literally recorded an entire episode with your son in the room, and we had to run it back because it was too chaotic, bro.
He was screaming, playing with the... I'm pretty sure he just ripped that hole right there and the on the door curtain. Like,
nah, bro.
I'm gonna have to replace that.
Yeah, bro. It was a lot, bro. It's a lot. You got a lot of energy, bro. I see why you're always tired and you go to bed at 8 p.m. because he's always wilding.
Bro, he does not stop.
Bro, I feel like I'm getting a real wake-up call of what parenthood looks like.
Yeah, your sister just
I'm
had a
watching.
baby.
I'm watching my sister go through it with her son. I'm watching you now with your son. I'm just like, yo, bro, this is literally like a full-time job. Is that Devon? Devon, come in. Oh, it's locked. It's literally a full-time job, you know, taking care of your kid. It is crazy. You know what I mean? Non-stop. Go check on him right now. Go check on him right now. He wilding.
You just shut the door and locked it.
You want to go check on him?
No, I'll lock the door for a day. All right, go ahead.
So how is parent, like, after witnessing that, Jew, like, I got a little bit of a glimpse of what your life is like after work. Is that what it's like every day, bro?
Yes.
Like, he has that much energy once you come home from work at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Like, he's wanting to play and all that.
Yeah, I normally get home around 3:30, and I go get him, and from then till bedtime, he is on 11. Not 10. He is on 11. But I love it. He has a lot of energy, and I'm not feeling it.
It's a blessing, and he's healthy.
Yeah, he's the best. I love him. He's always in a good mood. He's always happy. He just got a lot of energy. He's just a little boy, so.
So what you're telling me is, you go to work, you have a full-time job, and then once you get home, you're just putting your dad hat on, and now you have a full-time dad. Like, it's another full-time job.
And then the moment he goes to sleep at 7 is normally when Sarah goes home, so then the husband hat comes on.
Sheesh.
So normally I have to sit there and talk to her, and well, not have to. I get to.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, I do enjoy talking to Sarah about her day and stuff like that. We'll have dinner together, me and her.
That's where you guys have your quality time. It's like your alone time from like that 7. Well, you go to bed at like 8 p.m., so 7 to 8.
I go to sleep. Okay, I'm definitely upstairs in bed by 9:30. So about 7 to 9:30.
That's fire. That's good. That's good. That's better. That's better.
And then we call it too though. Like when I go upstairs, it depends though. We'll stretch it. I'll go upstairs at 10 or 11. Like I do go to sleep early,
Me
but
too,
I
though.
just, to be honest, I stop answering texts after a certain time. That's like family time. So like that's why people can't get a hold of me. Like I see your text, I'm home, I'm talking to Sarah or with the baby or something.
They're talking about boundaries in church right now. You know, that's an important boundary that you need to have for you and your wife to have that alone time, to have that connection.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like that's why a lot of relationships don't last. Not to get into that whole thing, relationships, because we have that podcast out already, but I feel like people don't have the intention on just creating that space for you and your partner to, you know, connect, and that's what leads to partners outgrowing each other and not connecting.
And we also have like I said, so like it'll carry over, and then we call it alone time, like or our self-care time. So I'll go upstairs and just like watch football or something, and she'll stay downstairs and she'll watch whatever she wants to watch on TV, do homework. and it's kind of like the time for ourselves to decompress.
Oh,
alone.
wow.
Yeah, so
That's pretty cool, bro.
it's
So
pretty nice. It's refreshing because, you know, a lot of men always say they don't ever have a moment ever in their day to be to themselves because they're always in dad or husband mode. So, like, she kind of gives me that time to go
Wow.
upstairs, just watch football, do whatever, and just
Yeah.
unwind for the night, and then I go to sleep.
So there's specific days where you're like, all right, today, like, you're gonna have your own time. I'm gonna have my own time, and then
No,
there's
we do
days,
it every day.
Oh, every day. So you have your couple time where you
Yeah.
guys, and then you guys.
And then when I'm like about to go to sleep, like I start to get tired or something, I'll be like, I'm gonna go upstairs, and I'll be like, oh no, we just say, we're like, all right, alone time, and then we kiss each other, and I go upstairs, and she'll.
That's fire.
Sometimes she'll do homework. Sometimes she'll just be down. Like one time I came downstairs, she had like the whole mani-pedi thing out, giving herself
yeah.
like a self-care day. It was nice.
I think it's important. You guys have figured out your dynamic, you know,
Yeah,
and what
for
works for
sure.
you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you guys understand that there are times where you need your separation to decompress and just get sane again, and then
Yeah.
you know, snap back into it the next day because it's a lot.
Because he wakes up at 5 a.m.
What time you woke up? At what time today? This morning?
3:30 this morning.
See, bro, that's
and he's
that's
still. That's why it blows my mind. He's still going. Like we'll.
screaming,
I'll
yelling,
have-
moving the freaking the what's it
Yeah,
called?
the
The
vacuum
vacuum back and
cleaner.
forth. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
I have him clip up those things. You can kind of see me watch him. It's funny because he's in here bugging. But we get started.
Okay, yeah. So let's get into it. I mean, we talked about your you know, your life and your child, and you know, Jalen and your wife, and how amazing that is. But we're not here for that, Jew.
I'm here to tell people to follow your dreams. It's like, no, stop.
We're gonna stop. You see, he's yelling for you now because he can hear you.
He can hear me. My
Nah,
bad.
but we're here to tell you the realities of pursuing your dreams and what you need to know. Like I said, I'm really excited about this because I feel like a lot of these things people need to hear because it doesn't get talked about enough. So we're gonna jump right into it. Number one is you will be misunderstood.
Absolutely.
What do we mean by misunderstood? It means you're not gonna fit in with the masses, right? People are gonna look at you differently. Your actions are gonna be a lot different from most people's actions. They're gonna be planning to go drink and have fun in the weekend. You're gonna be planning to create a 1-year strategic plan for your business plan and setting up meetings and just figuring
Going to
out
sleep
what
early.
going to sleep early, waking up
Waking up.
early, figuring out what is it that you need to do in order to get to where you want to be. And David Goggins said this, like you said before. Once you are misunderstood, you have arrived. Right? That's when you know you're on a path that's less traveled. That's when you know you're going to be able to do something that most people don't do because your actions are a lot different from the majority of people's actions. So you got to become comfortable with being misunderstood and being okay with not fitting in. I feel like that's a big problem for a lot of people these days. It's like we almost...
Because a lot of people are scared of, like, I have these old friends, and I feel like I'm starting to outgrow these old friends, but I don't want to be rude and tell them that I'm outgrowing these old friends.
That's
So then
real.
you kind of edge yourself away a little bit, but now you don't have any new friends to fit in. So now you're in that weird
That's real.
mystery lone. That's the best part. That's the best place to be to grow the most. Like when you're in transition from old friends to new friends or old jobs to new jobs, like that's the most growth
Right.
right there because it's quiet.
You know what it is too, though, and I learned this from the Tony Robbins course I took a while back, maybe a year ago in August. We want to fit in so bad because most people have a big fear of rejection,
Oh, yeah.
and it's because a lot of people it's coming from a place of trauma. It's
Young
coming
men
from
a lot.
You know what I mean? It's coming from a place of maybe you felt abandoned as a child, and you want to do everything to not feel abandoned or feel like people are going to reject you because you felt that rejection as a kid.
Yeah.
So you're actually operating out of a place of trauma of trying to fit into people and not letting
So
them.
people can see you. And
Yeah,
it's
so
like-
you could feel seen and understood because you
Yeah.
didn't feel like that when you were a kid, when your dad walked out on you and your mom
Yeah,
didn't show
yeah.
you the love that you wanted. I had that realization a year ago when that happened to me. And when I broke free of that, I was like, bro, I'm going to be myself. And whoever gravitates towards me. And that's how it's got to be. Because if I
Yeah.
continue to shape shift, you could almost shape shift yourself so much to try to fit in. You don't even look like who you are.
You don't even believe the things you're thinking.
God can't even bless the version of you that you pretend to be.
Yeah, because
You feel what I'm saying?
he doesn't even recognize who you are.
Right. And I remember I was at a point, bro, where I was like that, where I was like,
Me too.
I tried to like become a completely different person to fit the people that I was surrounded by, and that hurt me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that when I was myself and unique, that's when God really started to bless me. That's when I started to be myself and actually be my unique self with my personality, is when I started to feel connection from people a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah. I can genuinely say though, I haven't really ever done anything other than me.
No, never.
Nah, only just because like I've tried. I'm not even gonna lie. Like there's plenty of times like when I joined the Navy or like when I moved here to Pennsylvania, I was like, you know, I'm gonna be a more like serious person or like more stoic or whatnot. And I just the goofy and weirdness just comes out. I just can't suppress
Can't hide it.
I can't. So I don't care.
It's too much of who you are to ever let go of that.
I like to make people laugh and be weird and goofy. I don't really get embarrassed that much.
That's a blessing, bro.
If
Most
at
people
all.
can't. Most people don't have that trait. Most people are concerned about what other people think of them.
Think about this though. Like I just told Sarah this because she's always like, "I'm so embarrassed." I'm like, she's like, "You're never embarrassed." I'm like, that's because most things that people consider embarrassment, I consider funny. Like most embarrassing moments, it's funny. It happened to you. Like you tripped and fell in front of mad people. That's funny. Like just laugh at yourself. Like, ah man, walk much. Been doing it my whole life. Like can't figure it out. Like just make a joke about it and keep it moving. But then people get flustered and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, right,
I heard
man.
this saying. It's like most things aren't as bad as you think, and most things aren't as good as you think as well, though. So you got to be careful.
Yeah,
right?
find the middle. Regression to the mean is the balance.
Exactly.
Heard
So
that on
again,
Teen Wolf.
I miss Teen Wolf.
That was a great show.
It was a great show. We used to
We
talk about that,
loved
bro. We
that
used to talk about that all the time in middle
We used to
school,
always be
bro.
like, yo, who's the alpha? Like, nah, you're a beta.
I'm like, yo. I used to be like, yo, I'm the alpha. Nah, he's like, nah, I'm the alpha. Everybody was complaining about who's the alpha, bro. Yo, that's crazy,
That was
bro.
a great show. Yo,
That was a good
MTV,
time.
bring Teen Wolf back. That was
Bro,
amazing.
we used to talk about that every day, like when we get to school. Like, that was the first thing we talked about. Yo, you seen Teen Wolf last night? Bro, what?
Great show.
Great show.
All right, anyway.
Anyway, so that's bullet point number 1. You will be misunderstood. So just be comfortable with not fitting with the masses, because that's what it's going to take. Number 2, you can't be afraid. A lot of times people are waiting for the ideal time to start something, right? So it's whether, my body doesn't look the way I want it to, or my bank account balance doesn't look the way I want it to, or I need to learn all this information, or they need all the
I don't
details.
have this piece to my thing.
They need
What do
all
you
the
mean?
details of something before taking that first step. But let me tell you, the best time to start is now. It's right away, because you're not actually afraid of failing. Alex Hormozi said this. You're actually afraid of how people are going to view you once you do fail, right? Which leads to saying this: we can't be afraid of the opinions of others. We can't be afraid of what people are going to say about us. People are going to talk, whether it's good, bad, or ugly.
Regardless.
They are going to talk about you.
Especially nowadays, because everyone thinks they have a
What?
voice and everyone
What?
thinks their opinion matters.
What?
Let me tell you guys something. Your opinion doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Like I said, bro, there's only like 5 or 6 people in my life where I would seriously consider what they're telling me.
Yeah.
And
same.
then I'm still going to kind of like really listen, like, is it valid or not?
I don't even reach out to people for advice.
No.
Unless it's those 5 or 6 people. So like there's struggles I go through. There's like things people don't know, because it's like I didn't come to you because you're gonna give me some nut advice. Like I don't need that. Like I don't need. Well, not even that though. I just don't need too many opinions in my head. Like
That's a
I just
fact.
need people that I know I can trust. Because even if you don't trust that person, they might say something like, "Oh, that's a valid point," and it makes you think a little bit more when you already had a decision. So keep the opinions minimum. in your head.
And I don't know if I said this before, but you should never take advice from someone that's not in a position that you're not in, that you don't want to be in.
That you don't want to be in.
Right?
Like,
You should never take advice from someone that's not in a position that you don't want to be in. So it's like, if you're talking to me, I'm really dissecting your life. Like, is there anything that you do that I want to do, or is there anything that you have that I want? If not, there's a good chance that I'm gonna nod my head respectfully to you.
I'm gonna listen.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm like, thank you, and then I'm just gonna keep it pushing. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but if you start to hold on to all these opinions of how other people are all these opinions that people are saying about you, you're gonna become paralyzed.
Yeah.
You're gonna be paralyzed and not be able to take steps forward. And something that's helped me kind of get over that fear is that we're gonna die one day.
It's the only thing in this world that's inevitable.
We're gonna die one day, bro. And I would hate to look back when I'm 85, 90. I would hate to look back, bro. When I'm 26 right now, I hate to look back at my 26-year-old self and say, yo, you didn't give it all you could because you were scared about what so-and-so was gonna say about you. Nah. I can't go like that, bro.
I'm the same way.
I cannot go like that.
I think the
can't,
same
bro.
way, bro. I tell you that all the time when Sarah's like, I was like, I just want to be on my deathbed and be like, I have no regrets.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to do everything I said I was going to do. I did.
Right.
And
right.
I'm currently doing pretty okay right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And sometimes that's kind of what keeps me like pushing harder, because I'm gonna be real. I feel like I could go harder. I feel like if I had that perspective every single day, like if I knew that, okay. But honestly, and I'm not trying to get scare people or anything, but like we say 86 or 87, but we don't even know. You don't even know the day you're really gonna go.
That's a blessing if you make it that far.
Blessing, bro. Like, you don't even know
People
what
just
day.
assume they're going to become old.
You just assume, bro.
Yeah.
It could be at 33, 42, like
Anytime.
56. You can go any day. It's a blessing. The most underrated blessing is that you make it home every single night.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
people just assume when they go to work in the morning that they're going to return home.
The most underrated blessing, bro.
Happy that like when I see my son, he runs up to me and is just like, man, I got through another day. And that's why I don't answer texts after certain calls or phone calls.
Yeah, bro.
That's why I don't do work outside of work hours. Like, I want to enjoy every moment and every pocket that I'm in. And I like doing what we're doing right now. It's fun. Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do.
I ain't gonna lie. We should have another podcast talking about the things that really matter in life. And why don't we make the time for things that actually matter? And why do we give the best versions of ourselves to people? No, it's gonna be on the video. It's like, why do we give the best versions of ourselves to people who mean the least to us, but give the worst versions of ourselves to people that mean the most to us?
Bro,
damn, clip that. What, bro? That's a bar, bro.
Yo, I tell Sarah that all the time when she's like, so how do you just not care? And I'm like, because most of these people are strangers. I was like, I don't care about the opinion of strangers. I was like, they don't dictate. I was like, you got to think about it so simple. There's only a very small few amount of people that you interact with every day that can actually impact how you live your life. It's very small number. So stop caring about if you post a picture, it didn't get enough likes, so you took it down and posted it later. Like, who cares? Like, you post a picture because you liked it if you wanted to. Like, we'll do a whole podcast on this because I'm the most simple live life person. Like,
I'm pretty simple too, though. I'm pretty simple too. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't care about anything.
I always shout out to Chanel because she's the one who put me onto this. Like, having like a word that you kind of like walk into the year, like your birth, like whatever, the year of 25, the year 26, like have a word that you keep in mind that you kind of want to walk into that year with. So like last year for me was the year of grace. Okay. So like I was a lot nicer to myself because I used to be really hard on myself and violate. I used to violate myself.
I'm still very hard on myself.
It's a work in progress. It's a lot better than where it was.
Yeah.
This year is the year of being intentional, right? So it kind of leads to what we're saying. Like, I keep in mind that I want to be the best version for myself around the people I care about the most.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to, and I don't want to stray off topic because we got to stay in the pocket. But it's so easy to show up and just be, not
like
show up to, like not like just not show up to par.
Yeah.
Not show up trying to give it your all to this person that you really do love, but then when your boss that comes up to you that you hate, you're all buttoned up and here's an apple boss. Like, come on, bro. Like, we gotta do better. Like, everything is reversed.
Everything is in reverse. We need to unravel the.
We gonna talk about that podcast. Nobody steal that idea. If you stole it, I know you dead. All right, so that was point number 2, right? Just can't be afraid of the opinions of others. Be yourself at the end of the day. As the amount of times that you guys hear that, it's so true though. Like the beauty and the uniqueness that you're looking for is being yourself. So be yourself and don't be afraid of how other people perceive you, because when you're yourself, the people that naturally are for you are going to gravitate towards you. So don't worry about that. And the people that walk away are meant to walk away.
Yes,
all right?
Let them go.
Point number 3 is a little funny. It's one of my favorite, but you will not get the support you feel like you deserve. You'll start the business thinking all your friends and family are going to post all your stuff. And the reality is,
they are the first week.
Maybe the first day. They'll repost the first day.
Especially the first day.
But the reality is,
you're doing it, bro.
Before you even make a sale, they are going to be the first people asking for free stuff. Okay.
Forever, too.
And I'm not saying every single family or friend is gonna do this, but the majority will. And I heard TD Jakes say this. He said, your friends don't see you and see a business. They see you and see a friendship. Or your family doesn't see you and see a business. They see you and see a family member. So don't take it personal when your family and friends are coming up to you like, yo, let me get this for free, let me get that for free. Because, again, they don't see you as a business. They just see you as a family member or friend. Yeah. So what I want to do is encourage you to let you know, first, don't set the expectations that people are going to support you. Your friends and family are going to support you. Don't set that expectation because it's only going to lead to frustration and headaches. And second, there are strangers out there with problems that your business can solve, that once you solve those problems are going to rave and support you like nobody else could.
Yeah.
Right? So continue to just make your product as best as you can to serve as many people as you can, so then you can get as much support as you possibly can as well.
Some people are just like, I always say, like, because, you know, you see the rappers, one song go.
Yes, sir.
Like your Yachty's, your T Grizzlies. You see things that are like the hype trains, like your Supremes that come out and they go. I'm like, those people are blessed. That they did something in a past life really, really good, and God blessed them in this life.
I won't even say that. I don't want to. I disagree.
Actually,
Can I disagree with you?
Yeah,
Can I disagree with you?
Yeah.
And it's not to cut you off, but like, the devil will bless you too.
He could. Yeah.
He'll the
Depending
devil
on what they did.
The devil will give you money.
Right.
The devil will, because he wants you to keep you in a certain place. The devil will let you have all the women that you want, so you can never truly pursue your dreams and not your dreams, pursue what God has for you, because he wants to keep you trapped there. So let me give him all these females. Let me give him the money that he wants, so he can never truly make impact, and he could continue to live a life of meaningless life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you get what I'm saying? So that's why I disagree with that.
I get you there. But the point I was
My
getting
fault.
at,
What
too,
were you
though,
getting at, though?
Like, I just feel like those are like the rare cases that everyone always looks at. And it's like, why hasn't it like happened for me when most overnight successes have been putting in the work for over a couple years now?
Right. Look at Jay-Z.
They didn't just pop out of nowhere. They've been putting in the work, and then finally people started noticing. Like,
Jay-Z didn't pop till 26.
Yeah.
Some people,
He
I don't
should
think
be
Steve
in
Harvey.
jail.
When did Steve Harvey pop?
46.
40 something, right?
He said when he was 12 years old, he had a dream of being on TV. His first time on TV was when he was 46.
You get what I'm saying, bro? There's who else?
Oprah Winfrey.
But
fired
who's the
from her
guy with
first
the big
job.
podcast? Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan didn't really pop. Like, he was doing stuff in his 20s here. He was grinding in his 20s, but he didn't really get famous till his 30s, right? And he didn't really pop and get to his most like well-known. Like, he's the most well-known now in his 50s, I think.
He's in his 50s, yeah.
So it's
'cause
like
of the podcast. But I will say Joe Rogan is a stand-up comedian, so that's how he got famous. He's been pretty famous for a while as a stand-up comedian, and then this podcast is what took him to a whole nother level. The podcast, because that's been the #1 podcast for like
a
10
minute, bro.
years.
He's doing something right now.
Yeah, and he's just sitting down having a conversation.
Literally, it's the most
3
natural.
hours.
But you know what it is that makes his podcast so special? It's so authentic.
Yeah, that's why I love it. My
it's
girl
crazy.
hates it.
It is so authentic. He's actually saying the things that are on his mind. Like,
That's
you can
how
tell when people are trying to like frame things a certain way or trying to articulate it a certain, like, he's just talking, bro. He's just chilling here, like, just chopping it up with you. And he could talk with Elon Musk, but then he could also talk to Post Malone,
which he's done.
which he's both done. I've watched both episodes.
Fire.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just, he's real unique in a sense where he could go deep with either one of those two guests, and he's just it's a skill, bro. Having a conversation is a skill. There's this verse in the Bible that I want to give the people to encourage them, because like I said, when you don't get the support you feel like you deserve, or your friends and family aren't supporting you like you feel like they should, you're gonna feel like giving up. All right, but the Bible tells us in Galatians 6:9, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Key point, if we do not give up, right? So continue to do what is good, and like the Bible says, you will reap that harvest, because you can't fool God. You
Just
reap
keep
what you
going.
sow. Just
Yeah.
keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
Everyone that has been successful in life has never
keep
gave
going.
up, right? The moment you give up, it is 100% chance that you'll never make it. It'll never go through for you.
That is literally the only difference between successful people and regular people.
Right.
Is they just didn't give up.
That's it.
It's the only
That's
difference.
That's it, bro.
It's literally the
That's
only
why
difference.
it's like,
we're all humans. We're the same people.
that's why, bro. That's why I know I'm gonna be successful. We're gonna be successful.
Yeah.
I don't want to say we will be successful.
We just
Why?
gonna go.
Because I'm not gonna
Yeah,
stop.
facts.
I don't care if I'm
going.
67, 75, and we still got 200 subscribers. I'm not stopping,
We
bro.
got 400 something now.
400. Hey, we got 400. Oh, chill. Listen, we're not stopping, bro. So again, I'm not giving up. Again, especially because I got this from God too, because He dropped it in my spirit. He said, "Start it." If God said it, it's done. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely not gonna stop. There's gonna be storms, there's gonna be uncertainty, and there's gonna be things that pop up and giants, but I gotta face those giants and grow. And it's ultimately to help us grow as individuals so that we can be who God has called us to be, right?
Yeah,
So
amen.
it's
Also
all
a
part of
great
the
movie.
process.
Facing Giants. If you've
Facing
never seen it,
Giants.
it's a great movie.
You a movie head, bro. You love movies.
movies.
You be on that heavy.
Movies.
I'm starting to get in my movie bag
You
now.
never seen Facing Giants?
Nah.
It's
There's a lot of
Christian movie.
movies.
It's a Christian movie.
Is it new?
It's a Christian football movie. No, it's old. I saw it in middle school.
Nah.
I never
Bro, I
forgot
just
it.
became Christian like 3 years ago.
True. But
It's my first day out here. Say no.
but you ever seen that motivational clip where that kid is on the back of the other kid and he's crawling across
Yeah,
the whole,
yeah.
that's that
Okay,
movie.
okay. I used to watch that a lot to
Yeah.
like motivate myself
He's like,
as a
don't
kid.
give up, Brock.
Don't give up.
That's Facing
Keep going.
Giants. Yeah,
He's
great
like,
movie.
I can't keep going. Keep going. You're almost
He's
there.
like, look, Brock, you're in the end zone. Don't you ever tell them you can't do nothing. It's a great movie.
Like, bud, you're in the end zone. All right, we're gonna go to bullet point number 4. You're gonna have my fault, y'all, because I'm thinking about that now. That was so deep. You're gonna have to sacrifice. All right. I remember hearing a quote says, "Today I would do what others won't, so tomorrow I can do what others can't." You're gonna have to do things that most people aren't willing to do. And that's just the bottom line. You're gonna have to work most days most people aren't willing to work.
You have to wake up early.
You're gonna have to wake up earlier. You're gonna have to stay up later. You're not gonna watch Netflix every single night before bed. Like, this is not, your life is not gonna be like most people's lives. All right, but you're also gonna have and receive different things that most people don't receive.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
You gotta have a
Right.
drive in you that just pushes you to just be better.
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to improve.
Yeah.
Always trying to improve.
You know what's important too? It's important to enjoy what you do.
Yeah, for
Because that
sure.
makes it easy to sacrifice. Well, it's never easy to sacrifice, but it makes it easier to sacrifice, and it makes it easier to work hard. Because
Yeah.
like right now, bro, this is considered work.
And
We're working
chilling.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm not like okay, like am I tired today? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Did I wake up early today? Yes.
Yep.
You know, is there a lot of things on my mind today? Yes. But I'm still gonna do this because I know that I have to, and it's one of those things I gotta sacrifice. I'm not gonna go home at dinner time tonight, but I know I gotta do this. So it's
Yeah.
like, and it's okay because I'd rather do this than work at UPS and lift boxes or something. That's
Yeah.
work. That's real work.
And I don't want to do that work.
I don't
I've done
wanna do
that
that.
work and I don't like it.
Right.
I'd rather do this because I love this and this
Amen.
is fun. And
Amen.
We're working hard.
It's tough to sacrifice and be disciplined and do the things that you don't want to do sometimes, but it's important to remember your why, because if you remember your why, it's going to help you overcome those challenges and those difficulties and those days that you don't really feel like doing what you want to do in that moment. Again, you got to remind yourself why you started.
Yeah.
And
for give yourself a reason. Yeah. Like mine's is my family. That's why I get up and go for runs and I work so hard because I want to give them. I'm tired of having monthly budget meetings.
Yeah.
I want to not even have to worry about it anymore.
That's it.
So that's why I go so hard. So find out what you really want, even if it's
Small.
or even if it's. I mean, it's never good to go after superficial things, but like if what you really want and it'll make you happy is a brand new car and you work hard to get that brand new car, hey, whatever motivated you to get up in the morning is a good thing.
Yeah.
So
My why is to do something in my generation, my family's history line that's never been done before.
same.
I mean, to break chains that have been going on for years and years and years that have been passed down, and to no longer pass those same chains down, but to start a new generation of my bloodline to continue to build and create generational wealth and do things like that have never been done before. So
Yeah, my goal is
that wakes me up every single morning.
That's the same for me because I want people to Google my last name and not just see my grandfather because of what he did. He set a high standard. So now I'm trying to, like, yeah, he's my grandfather. I love him, but I'm trying to jump him.
Yeah.
So that's where.
If I don't, and this is the realest thing, like, this is the most honest thing I'll ever say. Like, if I don't have a big dream, if I'm not pursuing something that's outside of myself, I can't get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, I get depressed.
Like,
real depressed.
When I got out of college, bro, like first year where I didn't have my business or anything, and I was like, yo, I remember I told y'all my testimony. I was depressed. I was anxious because I was like, I was just depressed, first of all, because I was like, damn, is this all my life is?
Yeah.
Or not, and I'm not trying to minimize like having a regular job and doing, because if that's what you want to do, that's how God wired you, and that's for you. But he didn't wire me that way. God wired me to think big. So when I didn't have anything big to go after or pursue, life got depressing for a little bit. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I'd sleep until 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, bro. This is right out of college. And I'm just like, yo, what am I doing, bro?
That's how my head was. I was just like everywhere. I needed something to focus on because, you know me, like before I really got like focused and everything, I was like, man, I want to write a book. And then the next day I'd be like, I want to write a movie. And then the next day I was like, I want to be a fireman. And the next day, like, so I was like, I was all over the place because God put so many things in my heart to just help people. And I'm just like, let me find something to like focus on and work towards. So that's definitely the number one key. Because, yeah, if you're just out there swimming in the middle of the ocean, you're going to drown.
That's so real, bro. I do remember you were constantly switching up what you wanted to do.
Always.
But it was like, it wasn't even like you did it for 6 months. It was like 1 month it was this, next month it was
literally,
that. Like, I was like, bro, slow down.
I know, bro. I know everyone was like that. I was like, bro, I knew. I was like, bro, I don't know what I want to do in my life.
Yeah.
But now I got it. I'm locked in.
You're locked in, bro. I think, and one of the things that's never changed about you and what you want to do was a podcast. Yeah. That was always something that was always in the loop. You know what I mean? Like, I want to start a podcast. I want to do this. I'm going to
do that, and I'm going to do stand-up comedy.
I'm waiting, bro.
That's what, like, we were talking about, like, the fear. That just crippled me because I am scared to go up there, and generally, I'll be honest, like, I'm scared to go up there and bomb, but I know that's just what comes with it.
But why do you want to do that so bad?
Bro, I don't know. I just, like, the art... To be honest, the art of stand-up comedy to me is the purest art form, and it's just fascinating because everyone thinks they can do it, but it's hard to make people laugh.
Bro,
like to stand up to stand up in front of a arena full of people and just make them laugh with words,
punchlines, timing.
Yeah, like that's so like I remember seeing my first stand-up comedian was Cat Williams, Pimp Chronicles it was. And I remember sitting there, like, my stomach was hurting.
That's one of the funniest
stand-up
specials
I don't care.
ever.
That Cat Williams one is top 5. And I was just like, how is he doing this by just talking? And from then, bro, I was
naturally
hooked.
gifted.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
just naturally though,
yes.
like because he's not trying that. You could tell he's not trying that hard.
He's not.
It's just
and
natural.
Like, if you like, that's one of my like hobbies. Is like I love I watch. You can name a stand-up comedian.
That's one of my things too. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my things too. I love watching stand-up, bro.
Like Dave Chappelle is. I think
Dave Chappelle's one of my favorite, bro.
He's the greatest to me.
He's like mastered the art of it. Like he knows how to
walk that line so fine without crossing it. And people be thinking he's crossing. I'm like, no, you just gotta listen to what he's saying.
I like dark humor too. So like, I love when he comes at certain communities and stuff like that.
Because to me, it's just a joke.
It is.
It's just trying to get her. Like, I just told Jayla this, or Sarah this yesterday. I was like, I'm okay with a funny black joke, but you better come hard because if you don't, I'ma slap you. Like, it better not be disrespectful. But if you come to me with a very, very funny racist black joke and I laugh, you got my respect. That was a good joke. I'm okay with it.
You're funny, bro. Comedy's fun. I gotta go to a comedy show. You gotta go to New York City for that. Or New York City's the best place to go for that stuff.
I saw Fluffy last year at Music Fest.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
Hilarious.
He's funny.
He was hilarious.
He's got a couple specials
that
I've
was
seen.
my first show, first and only. I've never been besides that one.
Sheesh. I went to Kevin Hart a couple times. He's not that funny, but we'll talk about that another time. Last bullet point, number 5, and then we'll sign off. We're gonna leave you guys with this. It is more important about the person you become along the journey than arriving your destination. A quote that Alex Hormozy says is, "The work works on you more than you work on it." What we need to understand is, again, the person you become along the journey is more important than arriving your destination or the things that you acquire.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'll give people a personal story from me. Like, when I first started this business and Elevated Limits, I was always focused on the destination. I got like my eyes were glued to it, and I wasn't focusing on a process and who I was becoming. And what I realized is that I was becoming a person that was I was isolated, a person that wasn't as social, a person that didn't want to do anything, like not hang out with family members, girlfriend, whoever. Like I didn't want to hang out with anybody if it didn't have to do with my business, and that is dangerous, bro.
Yeah, OD.
I was missing family parties. My Dre's daughter had a birthday. I didn't go. Like it was little things where I'm like, big moments, I'd skip out on it and not do it. And again, it's more important to focus on who you're becoming along the journey, because if you focus on becoming a better leader, if you focus on becoming more patient, if you focus on getting more wisdom, those things are going to lead to eventually getting you to the destiny that you do want to get to, right? So you got to focus on the day to day and be intentional about how you're spending your time and just learning to be where your feet are.
Yeah, always try to self-improve, because like I said it the last one before my son messed it up, but like
Go ahead.
that saying that it really does irritate me, and it's like when people say you are perfect the way you are. No, you are not. Okay? You can improve. You cannot, like, stop letting people label you as depressed. Like, you can heal depression.
Yeah.
You can heal anxiety. You can heal obesity.
Yeah.
You can heal all of these things.
Yeah.
You just got to be willing to look at yourself and love yourself first and foremost. You got to fall in love with yourself and who you are as that person. Just like, okay, this is cool. And then start slowly chipping away at the things that you don't like. Like, it's like cleaning your room. Like, you don't clean your room like that. You got to start somewhere. Maybe you start with the bed. You make the bed first, and you jump over to your desk and clean the desk. And before you know it, your whole room is spotless. They give it that way with cleaning up yourself. Start with your attitude, clean that up, and then how you see things, clean that up, and then work out some. Yeah. And you can change your whole life in 1 year.
Amen. Just don't be content with where you are.
Yeah.
Right. There's always room for growth, and anyone has the capabilities of becoming better.
Yeah.
Right?
And don't be married to your ideas. That's a bad thing everyone's really into right now. Like, everyone's
break that down. What do you mean?
Like, everyone is so stuck in their ways. It's just like, well, perfect example. Right now we have the election going on.
Yeah.
People are so married to the ideas that they just don't even want to hear from the other side. If you're supporting the Democrats, you think Trump is a criminal, a bigot, and he's the worst human being that's ever walked on Earth. And if you are on Trump's side, you think Kamala is a stupid, arrogant puppet.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what you think. Yeah. But they both say some pretty interesting, cool things if you just listen to both of them.
Everyone
it's okay to have your own opinion, people. You don't have to be married to what the masses are.
No.
Or what your community is doing. Like, you can be a leaf falling from the tree.
A lot of people, majority of people, are listening to respond and not listening to understand. That's just the reality of where we're at today.
Nah, you hit it right there.
That's exactly where we're at
today. They just want to
today.
get angry. Everyone just wants to be mad.
You're going to listen to respond, not to understand. So that's where we're at. I'm going to leave you guys with this. In Matthew 16:26, and what benefits do you gain if you gain the whole world but lose your own soul? Is anything worth more than your soul? What is it to gain all this money to finally reach your destination if you lose the relationships with your family, if you no longer love yourself, if you no longer recognize yourself, if you're miserable every day? What is it to gain everything you ever wanted and realize you still feel empty and you don't have anyone you genuinely love or care for to enjoy with, right? At that point, everything you've acquired and the destination you've reached is meaningless, and all you're going to do is push the destination further again, right? So, again, enjoy the process. Enjoy the process with the people around you. Like, I'm enjoying doing this with you, Devon. I'm enjoying my business with Jaylene, Rafi, Jess, Dominica. Like, I'm enjoying just being around these people every day, bro. Like, it's cool, bro. And, like, I just know, like, all we need to do is work hard every single day. And I feel like we can still work harder. I'm going to be real. I feel like in this podcast, we could work harder. I feel like in my business, we could work harder. You know, I feel like I can work harder. I'm putting it really on me.
Yeah, I could definitely work harder.
I feel like if you knew that, say you needed this amount of money to keep your house, you would do any and everything. So somehow, some way, you need to tap into that without a catastrophic event happening to tap into it.
Yeah.
Tap into it before it happens. And that's what I'm trying to, those are the conversations I'm having with myself.
Yeah.
How can I tap into that dog, that
Before
focus
it becomes mandatory.
before it becomes a mandatory.
That's how I see it.
That's how it has to
That's
be.
how I've been.
Because it's there. Opportunities are there. You just got to have the hunger for it.
Yeah.
So, guys, I hope those 5 steps helped you out. I hope you enjoyed me and Juwan's conversation today. Again, man, this journey is not for everybody, but if it is a journey that you want to go on and you want to take, enjoy the process. You're going to be misunderstood. Most people aren't going to support you, but I promise you, if you keep doing what is good, eventually you will reap the harvest, all right, at just the right time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Continue to subscribe, and we'll be back with more fire. We're going to start posting more consistently every Tuesday, every week, 4 episodes a month, because we got to work harder, like I said. So we'll be back with more fire next week. Stay blessed, everybody.